See, the move runs one of the main campaign promises to Ghanaians. It's now so at Obama, the new president, Ira John Dramani Mahama, the aura, like, or promises, or recover, aura new operation, cover all loot, NPP for, and penny for a new moment, the president, John Dramani Mahama, a campaign promise back when so very cover loot to Maria Nina, until our BB ship, a sea baby, be rest assured, said they are coming for it. Now, I know now, Sir Orai, it consists of Honorable Ablakwa and other members, and non Andra Parliament, minority leader, minority leader, Afenyo Markins, any Northton MP, Ablakwa, they clash over it. Some Afenyo Markins did to join and say, Ora near unconstitutional. And he said, "Grad the NPP for one trial." But then I'm say, if you touch one, you touch all, which means I say, Honorable Ablakwa Ora team. So not touching any NPP Nibia when you see NPP for you never come ever together. NPP for you never together. No more fight the Ora team. Na me what you know, Hamebo Bibia na Uri yenu. And now Honorable Ablakwa so a reply in the same. So when you see car, say your own fashion. So like, me fagan escape. Me fair BB, and now they said you come after me. Until me go see how I exchange in the course.
Mr. Speaker, politics should be made attractive for those who want to wholeheartedly serve. Nobody should ever fear leaving government. Nobody should ever fear getting into government. If as a political class, we mistreat ourselves, there will be nothing left for the governance of this country. I therefore would want to add my voice to the call you made, Honorable Forson, that we should have a better way of dealing with issues of alleged corruption, where we believe that somebody has committed a crime. We should allow due process of law to take effect. It is on this note that I condemn in no uncertain terms the establishment of a so-called committee called ORA. I hold a humble view that it is a needless committee. It has no constitutional backing, and this committee is only in for personal vendetta. If we allow this committee to continue with its so-called wild goose chase, it will disturb the governance of this country. We don't need any so-called aura. We have institutions of state. However unhappy we may have be with their work, we must support them to do their work. We don't want people to be chasing people into people's houses, going into people's bedrooms, thinking that their government is in office, so they should chase people for so-called ill-gotten wealth. Let's allow Mr. Speaker, they should expect more from tomorrow. This is what, you can't take it. I've just spoke. Then you've been putting on my mic, disrupting me. I will speak. Yes, it will be longer than this.
Honorable, just a word for your constituents. Honorable Ablakwa, just a word for the people of Northton who have been faithful out to you for 4 terms.
Well, I just want to offer sincerest appreciation to the chiefs and people of Northton. I mean, they did it again this election cycle, setting a new record, 93.12%, the widest victory margin in the whole of Ghana. I'm really humbled, and as I always tell them, the more the victory margin, the more responsibility and the more committed I am to deliver beyond their expectation. My philosophy is always to under-promise and over-deliver, and that philosophy continues. I promise them that just as they have delivered excellently, 93.12% is A+, excellent, they should expect nothing short of an excellent parliamentary representation, an excellent performance from me. I will give this my all, and in this fourth term, they should expect even better delivery than I have ever delivered.
During the dissolution of the 8th Parliament, you were seated there, and I saw you shake your head when Afenyo mentioned the team that you chair, Aura, and had many words to describe the work you do. He says, touch one, touch all. That if you touch any outgoing appointee, the entire caucus will come after you. You were shaking your head. What were going through your mind?
My response is simple. If you have not taken anything that belongs to the Ghanaian people, you don't have to fear Aura. If you haven't taken the people's lands, the people's hotels, the people's forests, the people's river bodies, the people's cars, the people's monies, then you have nothing to fear. You shouldn't be raving and ranting. All this sleeplessness and restlessness, and I mean, it's so suspicious. I mean, why are senior and leading members of the NPP, like Obri Boahen, like Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, welcoming Aura, the likes of Honorable Eni, the former member of parliament, who have even reached out to us and are assisting us? I mean, those who have not looted, have not engaged in kleptocracy, in kakistocracy, in lootocracy, they are not worried about Aura. I mean, why is Afenyo Makin so worried that people will come and look under their beds and come and look into their accounts? And does that not raise suspicion? What are they hiding? What are they so afraid of? I mean, so
vendetta.
Why these outbursts? I mean, why this restlessness? He is besides himself. He can't. He looks so frightened. Why? Why is he so scared? I mean, if you have not taken anything that belongs to the masses, that belongs to the Ghanaian people.
Yes, great. You're explaining to us what it means when they say is a session of parliament. Exactly what will happen.
Exactly what happens is that the Constitution says that the president takes his oath of office before members of parliament. But because the president-elect wants the general public to be part of it,
okay,
to have the feel,
okay,
and to also jubilate with him because they campaigned for him, he elects to have it at the Independence Square. Now, the Independence Square is now changed into Parliament. So Parliament is sitting at the Independence Square for the president to take his oath of office before members of Parliament. So that's just what happens.
Okay.
And then the Independence Square can accommodate more people. So the president-elect invites visitors and some dignitaries to come witness this historic, for instance, in this particular election, a historic election. And so all the dignitaries come. Those who are going to be within the oval, where the activity is going to take place, are the members of parliament, the invited guests, and all other persons that the organizers think should be in the inner oval. All others will be spectators.
So what we are seeing is the same as so everybody else, except the president, who is then allowed to address parliament after being sworn in.
Yes.
Everybody else is just there,
to
witness what will happen.
To witness what is happening.
I see. So now let's stay in parliament for a while. Right Honorable Abambagin stays as Speaker of Parliament. Good choice?
Good choice, yes. There's nobody like Babwin. He entered Parliament in 1992, served 7 terms, rose to become the second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, then became Speaker of Parliament, and now he's one of only 2 Speakers of Parliament who have had 2 terms.
But essentially, he's also a unique speaker, opposition speaker. Now his party comes into government. How different would this be for him?
So this parliament is unlike the 8th parliament. Just like the 8th parliament, position, the diversity, the numbers, the 8th parliament of now with one independent candidate, the member of parliament. So room for that's why we saw parliamentarians and particularly the majority support every time there was a dispute because there was no room for maneuver. Okay, and anybody from either side who did not come to parliament because members were slain. This time, you have a parliamentary support and this. The majority of members of parliament are overwhelming. It means that the minority is of no interest. They will not count on from parliament practice business. So this parliament the minority it is that you need a speaker.
Honorable, I'll be glad if you can. I don't know where you were first, whether you've moved from there, because
I've not gone.
Oh, okay. Then because the line has gone bad again, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
I see.
So
But Honorable, are you moving? You are on the move. Okay, we still have that.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Okay,
Hello?
now I can hear you. It's a bit better.
Hello?
Yes, it's a bit better. Honorable, can you hear me?
Hello?
Honorable, can you hear me? I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great. So you're explaining to us the differences between the parliament, the
8th parliament and the 9th parliament.
Yes.
So the 8th parliament had equality of numbers with one independent. So the independent held the balance of power. So anytime that a member of parliament was not in parliament, and particularly a member of parliament from the majority side, it posed a problem to them. Because they were the ruling party. That's why Adjua Safo had to face the privileges committee, and they were worried. That's how come when they said the speaker could not vote, the first deputy speaker could not vote, they went to court. So many things. That's why they went to court to determine a quorum, because a quorum was now very important for this parliamentary business. Now this parliament is different. This parliament has 2/3 majority, and so even if the NPP decides not to come to parliament, and the parliament can still work, they will meet the quorum requirement, they will meet the threshold for conducting business and all that. And so you need a speaker who will balance the ropes, who will ensure that even though the majority can have his way, the minority must have his say. So it's going to be a balancing act for Speaker Backburn to ensure that the minority in parliament is not muzzled out, and that they contribute to debates, they contribute to shaping policy, and they contribute to legislation. So that's how I think the parliament will work out.
And you're still confident he is the best man for the job?
I'm still confident that he's the best man because of his experience and because of the confidence reposed in him by the president-elect.
In fact, yesterday, one of the biggest, there were lots of comments about whether or not...
There were lots of...
Comments when we were doing our live broadcast about whether or not the NDC should accord the MPP minority now that privilege of determining of perhaps nominating somebody for the second deputy speaker position. But
it's a parliamentary provision.
But they said they could have done the same thing they did with Malik Yakubu and gone with an independent candidate.
Repeating mistakes is not experience.
repeating mistakes is not experience. You see it as a mistake.
It's a mistake. The Constitution says that there shall be 2 deputy speakers, except that the 2 of them shall not come from the same party.
But independent candidate doesn't come from the same party.
But we don't have independent candidate. Independent candidate will have to caucus with one of the caucuses. So independent candidate either sits with the majority or the minority. So to all intents and purposes, Amaku Esema was sitting with the NPP, and then we had Joe Wise MPP.
I see. So even that in the 8th Parliament was a mistake for you?
It was a mistake. And they knew it was a mistake because they had agreed that, sometimes Parliament makes... They said you refer to Malik Yakubu. When Malik Yakubu was voted first deputy speaker, the second deputy speaker went to Fred Blay. He went to Fred Blay because after the first term of Kufo decided to nominate Virginia Seki Hughes. And the minority then said, no, they don't want Virginia Seki Hughes. They still want Peter Alajete. And they put up Peter Alajete. And Peter Alajete lost the contest. Now, when they put up Peter Alajete, they had been warned that if Peter Alajete did not win, they will lose out on the second deputy speaker. And that's what happened. I can tell you that Jinasa has never been happy that NDC went into that deal because they operated to remove him from Parliament for no fault of his.
I see. Then what do you make of the choice of Bernard Ahyanfo for first deputy speaker?
Wonderful. He's a young man with prospects. He was my deputy when I was a ranking member of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. When I left Parliament, he then rose to occupy the position of ranking member of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. I can say that from my experience, Ahyanfo is a very determined member of Parliament and very committed to his work. There have been 1 or 2 times that when Ahyanfo, in a discussion in Parliament or in a matter that he wants to raise on the floor of the House, he will bounce it off me before he does that. And I'm very grateful that he recognizes that I have something to contribute to him. So I'm not surprised that nobody raised a finger when Bernard Ahyanfo was nominated as first deputy speaker. He's very diligent and conscientious when it comes to his work in Parliament.
That's great. Now let's go to the event itself. In fact, before I go to the event, have you seen a list of the first nominees of the president-elect?
The chief of staff.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Good choices.
Good choices. Wonderful. All men of experience and women of experience. Clearly, John Dramani Mahama is showing the direction he wants to move this country and his government.
I see, but there are 2 positions that has raised eyebrows, and I'm sure you've had to respond to those 2. Counsel to the president, and then there's also the one about advisor on 24-hour economy and the accelerated export program. What do you make of those? So
the 24-hour economy and the accelerated export program are key policy initiatives of the President Mahama. He has said that 24-hour economy will help reduce the unemployment rate in this country. He has said also that the accelerated export program will help stabilize our city, create jobs, and ensure that the money that we otherwise would have taken out to buy food or items to come to this country will be saved in this country. Now, so the 24-hour economy and the accelerated export development program are part of its 120-day policy. So you need somebody to begin to look at the establishment of a council and the implementation strategy for these laudable initiatives. And so, see no better person than Guzetando, who has been in the cassava business and was exporting cassava chips long before John Dramani Mahama came up with the idea of 24-hour economy. And I think that is wonderful.
What about counsel to the president?
Yes, whether it is the implementation of the 24-hour economy, whether it is the implementation and strategy for the export development program, whether it is a matter of governmental affairs, there might be legal issues that might arise out of the activities of either the minister, the senior advisor responsible for governmental affairs or senior advisor responsible for the implementation of the 24-hour economy and related matters. If the legal matters arise, where is it to go? There's no attorney general, there's no legal counsel. Where is it to go? The 24-hour economy might require the draft of a bill to support that policy in Parliament. If they take a decision to draft a bill, where is it to go?
Are you by that suggesting that you see this as a temporal measure, a temporal move?
I'm saying that the government is formed in stages, and at this stage, without any other concrete structure, you need a modicum of people to work with. And the 7-member committee that he has set up, clearly, the 7 members that he has appointed, clearly will help him move the ship of government until his government is properly established.
But in the meantime, what tone would you expect the president-elect to set today in his inaugural address after he's sworn in?
To thank the people of Ghana and to reassure them that he doesn't underestimate the confidence reposed in him, and that he will work to vindicate the confidence and trust that has been reposed in him.
Wait, Alaji, would you be at the Black Star Square?
Okay, that's okay. I'm not there. I didn't get the invitation card.
Alaji, you didn't get an invite.
I don't know when I say that people say, Alaji.
Oh,